The silent killer of enterprise machine learning is not bad algorithms, it's training serving skew. Training serving skew is a significant difference between a machine learning model's performance during training and its performance during live production serving. You engineer complex custom features using PySpark SQL for batch training, but during live online inference, software engineers rewrite that same logic in Python or Java. The definitions drift, the data layouts diverge, and your production model fails. In 2026, we don't write feature logic twice. Today we break down enterprise feature engineering in Unity Catalog, showing you how to build a unified feature platform that guarantees point-in-time correctness for offline training and sub-milliseconds lookups for real-time serving. Welcome to Architect Mindset, your blueprint for modern systems. Among the various key causes of training serving skew, the first is pipeline discrepancies. This happens when different code, tools, or libraries are used for offline training and online serving. For example, a data scientist may calculate a feature using Python and pandas on historical batch data, while a software engineer implements the same logic in Java or Scala for real-time APIs. Even small implementation differences can lead to skew. Second reason is mathematical or logic inconsistencies. Minor variations in handling missing values, time zones, or aggregation windows can produce different feature values. For instance, the training pipeline may calculate a 30-day average spend, while the serving pipeline uses a different formula based on raw transaction counts. Third, data leakage. This occurs when the training dataset accidentally includes future information or target labels that would not be available during a real-time prediction. As a result, the model learns from data it could never access in production. Fourth, feature staleness. Training often uses clean and complete historical snapshots, while production systems depend on real-time caches and lookup tables. If these sources are delayed, incomplete, or corrupted, the features used during serving can differ significantly from those used during the training. In Databricks, a feature table is fundamentally a standard delta table in Unity Catalog with an explicitly defined primary key. Instead of creating a separate proprietary database layer, Databricks leverages a native Delta Lake open source framework to store and version feature data directly in your cloud storage. Standard delta tables traditionally do not enforce unique keys, but the feature store structural requirement to enforce a primary key and optionally a timestamp key enables the store to perform automated feature lookups during model training and inference. The actual feature values are written as compressed Parquet files inside your cloud object storage. And like any delta table, a JSON-based transaction log tracks every write, update, or deletion. This grants the feature store native ACID compliance and time travel capabilities, allowing data scientists to retrieve feature snapshots exactly as they existed at a specific timestamp in history. Let us understand why feature engineering is in Unity Catalog. The first reason is unified governance and access control. Organizations no longer need a separate security infrastructure for features. Using the Databricks Unity Catalog governance engine, teams can enforce granular security such as row and column level access controls across data tables, features, and AI models natively. Because features reside in delta tables managed by Unity Catalog, Databricks automatically captures end-to-end data lineage. The workspace tracks exactly which raw data source created the feature delta table and which MLflow models are consuming columns from that specific delta table. Traditional feature stores often require copying or caching data independently of AI workloads. With Unity Catalog, features resides directly within standard delta lake tables, allowing the same source data to power both machine learning models and standard BI dashboards simultaneously. Features are accessible globally across an entire enterprise via the Unity Catalog Explorer. This makes it easy for scientists to search, discover, and reuse existing features across multiple workspaces, reducing redundant compute cost. When models are logged using feature views in Unity Catalog, their feature dependencies are preserved. During deployment, Databricks model serving automatically reads entity IDs and performs the necessary point-in-time joins from the online store without requiring custom lookup code. Data leakage is one of the most dangerous issues in machine learning. Unlike obvious modeling errors, it can silently inflate performance by exposing the model to information that was unavailable when the prediction should have been made. Consider a credit risk model predicting customer default on June 30. Suppose a feature like customer 30-day transaction count is calculated using transaction data from June 1 through July 5. Now, in this case, the model may perform exceptionally well because the feature includes information from after the prediction date. In effect, the model has already given a glimpse into the future, and this is what data leakage is. It is risky because it can occur unintentionally. A simple SQL join can cause it. For example, a customer table may be joined with a feature table on customer ID. If the feature table contains multiple historical versions of attributes and the join ignores time, it may select values created after the prediction timestamp. This contaminates the training data and teaches the model patterns that would not exist in real-world predictions. This is why normal joins are not enough. In enterprise feature engineering, time matters. If a prediction is required at 11 a.m., the model can only use information available up to that moment, not data generated later, such as transaction at 2 p.m. Including future information creates an unrealistic training environment and misleadingly wrong results. The key question is not what is the latest feature value for this customer, but what was the latest feature value available at the prediction timestamp. This principle of point-in-time correctness is essential for building reliable machine learning systems. Databricks solves the data leakage problem using the point-in-time feature joins for time series feature tables. The basic principle is simple. For each training observation, the feature lookup uses a latest feature value that existed at or before the observation timestamp. Databricks implements this using timestamp-aware feature tables and timestamp lookup keys. When creating a feature table, you must explicitly mark your time column using the time series constraint. This informs the optimization engine to index and treat the table as a sequential time series data. Unlike a static lookup table, a timestamp-aware feature table accumulates the historical records. Each time a user's metric change, a new row with a new timestamp is appended. The primary key of the table is a composite key consisting of your primary identifier like user ID and the timestamp column. A timestamp lookup key is the column in your label that represents the exact moment an outcome or event happened. For every row in your label dataset, the engine looks at the entity ID and the timestamp lookup key. It then scans the timestamp-aware feature table to find the most recent feature record whose timestamp is less than or equal to the label timestamp. Now there is another subtle issue. Suppose your feature is customer 30 days spent, but the feature table contains historical values going back 5 years. A point-in-time join ensures that you don't use future information. But perhaps you also don't want extremely old feature values. This is where a look-back window becomes useful. Look-back window is a configuration parameter used during point-in-time joins to restrict how far back into the past the system will look to find a feature value. It acts as an expiry limit on those historical feature values. It forces the engine to return a null value if the most recent feature update is older than your allowed threshold, signaling to your model that fresh data is unavailable. In Databricks, these timestamp-aware feature lookups are typically defined through the feature engineering APIs. The feature engineering client helps construct training sets using the feature lookup definitions, including timestamp lookup keys and lookback windows, so the training pipeline retrieves only the feature values that were valid at the prediction time. Point-in-time join protects the offline training dataset from data leakage. But once the model moves into production, the serving system needs those same feature definitions available with very low latency. For real-time model inference, you cannot query a massive delta table. Analytical lakehouses are optimized for batch throughput, not 5 millisecond lookups. And that is why we use an offline to online feature store topology. Your feature pipelines write transformations into your offline delta tables for training. Unity Catalog then manages continuous or scheduled syncs to push those primary key features out to ultra-fast key value stores like Lakebase, AWS DynamoDB, or Azure Cosmos DB. When your live inference service receives an API call, it performs a sub-10 milliseconds lookup against the online store to grab the latest feature vector while your model training continues to read the rich historical offline store. You must log the model with its features metadata. When the model is logged using Databricks feature engineering APIs, the feature lookup definitions are stored with the model. This allows the serving endpoint to understand which online features to retrieve at inference time without requiring the client application to recreate the feature logic. When you deploy this model, the client application only needs to send the raw entity IDs, like a customer ID. The serving endpoint automatically intercepts the request, queries the online store to retrieve the remaining 50 features, joins them internally, and executes inference. You completely remove the feature engineering logic from client applications, permanently eliminating the training serving skew. So one benefit of this approach is zero maintenance. If data engineering modifies the underlying online feature database cluster, the client application code requires zero rewrites. The server handles routing natively via the Unity Catalog. If your application client happens to calculate a feature faster or possesses a real-time override, example current location coordinates, it can pass that parameter explicitly in the payload. The model serving pipeline detects the input and skips the online store lookup for that particular column. An enterprise feature store is not just about sharing code. It is the architectural bridge that guarantees mathematical consistency between historical training and live real-time serving. By letting Unity Catalog manage your feature lifecycle, point-in-time joins, and online synchronization, you ensure your production models deliver the exact accuracy you proved in development. Now that we have explored how to structure and govern our feature assets, we need to dive into low-latency serving infrastructure itself. So join me next week on real-time data serving, where we will break down high-throughput, low-latency architectures for the real-time feature lookups and model inference at scale. Subscribe to keep building, and I will see you in the next one.